Okay, what's up YouTube? My name is Galen and this is Galen's Gadgets. Again, thank you for joining my channel today. Today I actually have another smartwatch on the channel. You guys know I love to review smartwatches, and one of my favorite people over on Twitter, his name is Anthony. He wanted to send me over a Fitbit Sense since I had never touched a Fitbit device before, and he was just curious to see my perspective on it. So he sent it over. So huge shout out to Anthony again. I really appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna hop into this video. I'm gonna give you guys just my 48 hours first impressions of this device, how I set everything up, and just a general overview. So not gonna hold you any longer. Let's hop into it.
I'm about to be on. Been on this mission since I first left home. Packed up my bags like I'm grown. Told myself to show myself to do no wrongs. Like I'm about to be on. Been on this mission since I first left home. Packed up my bags like I'm grown.
Okay, so let's get to the design and build quality first. So this is a stainless steel and aluminum based frame. The screen is about 1.58 inches, and as you can see, it's like a square circle type design. It's not really, doesn't really look like an Apple Watch in my opinion. The Apple Watches are like more rectangular, but this looks more like a square. There are not any buttons, but there is like a little touch thing over here. I'll show you in a second, but that's how you like basically like your back button. That's all it can do, and you can set it up to either like launch certain apps and things like that. But in terms of like comfort and size, I feel like this is the perfect size on my wrist. Definitely feel like it will fit a lot of female wrists as well, and the band is extremely comfortable and the weight of this is extremely comfortable. But one con that I have personally, you guys know I love to like carry smartwatch bands around, and this has like a proprietary size, so it's exclusive to Fitbit. It's like a Fitbit technology, so it's not that many bands for it. There are like a few third-party companies making bands for it, and then that's about it. But it's extremely easy to take out. I will give it props for that. You saw I took it out easily and put it back in easily. So yeah, really like what they did with the band in like terms of connectivity, but I wish it was the standard quick release pins on here. So this watch actually doesn't have like any tactile buttons or anything, but it does have like this little touch area on the side. I guess that's what's considered a button, but I don't really like call it a button because it doesn't stick out or anything. But this is touch. It took me a while to get used to it, but the trick to it is you gotta like stick your finger basically inside of this little groove, and that's what's gonna make it go home. So it's basically like a home button. So when you press it, it takes you home, and you can shut it off like that as well. And it does have hold functionality, so when you hold it, it opens up a certain app. I have it set to open up music, and when you double tap it, you get 4 app icons to choose from. You can adjust all of this in your settings. So the screen quality on this is really good. I haven't had any issues like in terms of responsiveness or anything like that. And this is an AMOLED screen, and the AMOLED looks to be pretty good. One way I measure it is by the blacks. So as you can see, the black completely like covers up the black bezel. You can barely see the black bezel at all on here. That's how I usually determine AMOLED quality, and the colors are also extremely vibrant, and you do get a auto brightness mode on here, and it gets pretty bright. So Fitbit advertises that this watch will last around 6 days. I've had it on for around a day and a half, and it's went down around 40%, but that's included me doing a lot of like extra testing and the actual setup process. The actual setup process actually took 10% out of it, so I think it's going to be close between 5 and 6 days personally. So now let's go through the UI of the Fitbit Sense. So on this first screen, this is just your typical watch face. Just like every other smartwatch, the watch face is going to be the main screen of the UI. When you hold down, you do get a few more watch face options. Okay, there you go. You can store up to 5 on the watch, and there are a ton more on the actual Fitbit app. So when you swipe left, you get a few quick toggles. You get some of the basic ones, such as such as your automatic brightness, do not disturb, and volume. Okay, let me go back home. And when you swipe up, you get a few widgets. I was really surprised at the lack of widgets that this has. For some reason, I can't get the weather to work. I have to play with it more, but it wasn't that many widgets right here out of the box. I don't know if downloading more apps will get you more widgets, but there's just not that many. These are the two that I decided to keep on, the weather and a few core stats, and these are customizable. So I have steps, calorie burned, floors, distance, and active zone minutes. And here are the rest of the widgets. You get your EDA scan, relax, advanced stats, and Fitbit logging. Swiping to the right, you get all of your apps. Fitbit actually has like quite a few third-party apps. We're going to go over that later in the Fitbit app, but I was really surprised with how many different third-party apps that you can get on here. My favorite one is actually Google Assistant. My Galaxy Watch 4 Classic still does not have Google Assistant, and it has Wear OS, which is the software made by Google. So Fitbit did a good job of including Google Assistant, and you have the option to do Alexa. So swiping down, you get all of your notifications. This is one of my favorite notification systems that I've seen in any smartwatch. It's just very, very, very functional. The notifications look great, very easy to read. And another thing that I like is that you could actually respond to notifications on here. So let me find a notification that I could respond to really quickly. Okay, so here is an example of a notification that I can actually respond to. This is from Facebook Messenger from my best friend, aka my brother. In this scenario, Fitbit gives you 3 options to choose from when responding. So you could either do the microphone. So you would use the Fitbit's microphone to respond. So I'm just gonna test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yep, and that works. And I'm gonna send it, and I'll show you the conversation in a second. Okay, and the other 2 options were you could use emojis and you could use quick replies. Let me just wait on a response to see how fast he can actually respond to that. Okay, so I just got another response from him. So the other 2 options are you could use quick replies, and you could set up as many quick replies as you'd like in the I'm not sure how many you can do, but you could set up whatever quick reply you'd like in the Fitbit app. As you can see, it says go to the Fitbit app to add more text options, but these are the ones that come by default. And you could just send back emojis if you're an emoji person. But I guess the con of this is that you can't actually text from your watch, so you can't put in like a fresh message. You could only use the quick chat, or you could use the microphone. So now we're in the Fitbit settings that are on the watch. So you have your display settings where you can adjust things such as your brightness, always on display, and your screen wake time. You have multiple vibration options, as well as some audio settings. So you can actually connect Bluetooth earbuds or headphones to this watch so that you could use this as a music player with apps such as Spotify or Deezer. Also, you could set up what goal reminders that you want to receive every day. You do have multiple quiet modes, such as do not disturb mode, a focus mode, and a sleep mode, so that you don't get notifications when you're sleeping. Here are some shortcuts. So these shortcuts are what I was showing you earlier with this side button. You could set up something for press and hold. I have that set as music right now. And there is a double press option as well. And you get 4 apps to choose from in the double press option. And you can change the voice assistant from Google Assistant to Alexa if you'd like. And that's pretty much it. You get your factory reset and device information. So I also wanted to cover the Fitbit Today app. This looks like it's the major fitness tracking app on your Fitbit. So it looks like you could just get all of your basic information here. One thing I've never seen on any other fitness tracking is the amount of levels that you're on. So I thought I only had 2 levels to my house, and then I remembered like when I leave out my back door, there's like a step. So it was even able to like detect that that was a 3rd level. I thought that was a really interesting statistic. So calories burned. So yeah, you get all of your basic information here, and it looks like you can edit like what you can see and what you cannot see as well. So one of the major selling points of this watch, in my opinion, is Google Assistant, and this watch does have microphone and speakers, so you can speak in and Google Assistant will reply to you. So I'm just gonna test how fast that is. Who's winning the Mavericks game right now?
Currently, the Mavericks are trailing the Suns 97-88 in the 4th quarter.
Okay, so yeah, that was actually pretty fast, faster than I thought it would be. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the smartphone app and integration with the Fitbit Sense and your phone. So, again, I have an Android device. I have the S22 Ultra. As you can see, I have my S Pen right there. This is a screenshot. Actually, when I first got the Fitbit, I like turned it on, and this popped up on my phone automatically. So I don't know if it like detected it via Bluetooth or what, but it popped up automatically and like prompted me to download the Fitbit app. So I thought that was really cool. I love seamless things like that. I just really love integration between multiple devices. So I just wanted to highlight that. Okay, so let's go to the Fitbit app. So here is the Fitbit app. It's a really clean app. I really love how organized it is, super organized. So first of all, this first screen, this is going to be like your daily at a glance, like statistics based on like your everyday fitness. And you could edit what you want to see right here. So you can get rid of these if you want to. If you don't want to see your sleep stats, you can get rid of that. And yeah, you get a ton of different things to add, and you have more options here, such as female health, water intake, blood glucose level. So yeah, really interesting. And it's like a calendar, so you could go back a day if you want to. So yeah, that's just the first spot. You're at a glance, basically. So the Discover tab, this is going to have like all of a lot of different workouts that Fitbit has with different companies that they partner with, nutrition, fitness. Here's everything down here. Okay, so community. This is one of my favorite things about Fitbit. It's a very social app. It's basically almost like a type of social media, and you could connect with friends, and you could connect with like different groups to just help you stay on top of things. And another thing that I noticed is I actually got a 6-month free trial to Fitbit Premium. Here are all of the perks of having Premium. What I'm going to use most likely is this video workout. But yeah, as soon as I like powered on the watch and they noticed that it was my first Fitbit device, they gave me 6 free months of premium. It's usually around $10 a month, so I really appreciate what they did there. Okay, so now I'm just basically in the settings. So here's just like some of my personal information. Don't want to go into there. More information on Fitbit Premium. You get your family account. You can set up a family account so you can view your family's fitness. And yeah, you get an activity and wellness settings so you could change your goals and things like that. Different account settings, app settings, notifications. You can check what you want to receive notifications for, what you don't want to receive notifications for. But the most important part of these settings is your watch settings. So first off, right off the bat, you could choose if you want Google Assistant or Alexa. I choose Google Assistant because I just like Google Assistant better. Gallery, these are all of your different watch faces and apps that you can choose from that Fitbit provides. They have a very strong community, tons of different watch faces to choose from. You could store 5 on your watch. So it's a ton of watch faces. And what really surprised me about Fitbit is the amount of third-party apps that they have. One example is Spotify. Was really surprised to see Spotify have their own app for Fitbit. So really excited to deep dive into that, and that will be its own separate video. So stay tuned to the channel if you want to see that. If you have a Starbucks card, you can hook that up to your Fitbit. There's also a Pandora app. If you like Pandora, you could use that. So yeah, a ton of different news apps and just a ton of apps to choose from on your Fitbit. There's also a media option in your settings, so you could choose from Spotify, Pandora, or Deezer. These are all music apps. I thought that was really interesting. A lot of people are going to love that it has Spotify integration. The Spotify app is actually great on the Fitbit, so I'm really excited to get into that. There is a wallet app, Fitbit Wallet. I'm not sure what it would support. I don't know what type of technology. I know it has NFC, but I don't know how many vendors support the Fitbit over Google Pay and Apple Pay. You have your how to use guide there, and a link to their store for different accessories. You can set up calls. I did set that up. All you basically have to do is just set up Bluetooth pairing, so you can do calls from your watch, so that's nice. You can set up what notifications you want to receive from what apps, and this is where you'll set up your quick replies as well that I showed you earlier. Okay, so if you want to receive high and low heart rate notifications, you'll set it up there. Reminders to move. Set up your main goal, wrist placement. And yeah, these are all of the settings. All really nice settings, a very full app. Okay guys, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. So overall, I definitely think this is gonna be one of the best smartwatches you can get out there, period. Just based on software and the accuracy of the fitness tracking and everything, and just the build quality is well beyond average. It's just a very premium smartwatch, and especially for the price that you can get them at. You can get one for $99, just the body. Without bands, you can get one for $99 on eBay. And then right now, I know it's on sale for $199 on their site. I think it started off at around $300. So these go at a very good price. So I would highly suggest them. Even over the Amazfit watch, that's usually my favorite non-Wear OS watch, but this basically killed it in my opinion. So I'm gonna do a comparison video between these and the Amazfit. But yeah, the build quality is really good. The haptics are really good. Was surprised at how good the haptics are. Feel a lot like my Galaxy watch. Again, my favorite thing about this is just all of the third-party apps and software integration such as Spotify and Google Assistant. Definitely going to be doing a separate video on Spotify on my Fitbit. So yeah, if you have any other questions about this, feel free to leave it in the comments. Really excited to wear this longer and go deeper and deeper into the Fitbit ecosystem. So yeah, thanks for watching.